It's about an hour.
Yeah,
Steamboat
I
Bill
believe
Jr. is.
it's 62 minutes. Mm-hmm. So just over, both of them are over an hour, but the General's an hour and 15. Mm-hmm. So they're not short watches, but you won't ever get bored during them, which is hard to find with silent films often.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Not to say that they're bad, but most of them take a little more attention than these.
Yeah. I mean, it's... I totally lost my train of thought on that one. Like, the sugar's wearing off.
Oh no. Cake crash.
Cake crash. Quick, I need more Minkles.
No, you know.
You know, I was going into this episode wanting to just try and have not necessarily a critical eye, but to, you know, come at it from a reviewer point of view.
Right.
But I grew up watching Buster Keaton. I grew up watching Charlie Chaplin. You know, Three Stooges. You know, Three Stooges were much older. You know, they were in talkies.
He did write gags for them, though.
He did, yeah.
So it's the same brand of comedy still, very much.
Very much so. So it's hard to look at it from a reviewer point of view because it's such a pivotal part of my childhood. But it's also because this DVD is that we watched these two on was a gift that my mother gave me when I was, I think, 9.
Nice.
And so,
nice.
Yeah, it's lovely 90s DVD.
It's a pretty bad DVD.
It's so bad.
It gives you talk-through directions on how to use a DVD every time you open a new menu.
If you would like to go to the previous menu, click the button that says previous menu. It's like, oh, thanks.
That has nothing to do with what your watching experience might be like.
Oh, man. I might have been a little bit older. Might have been like 12 or something like that. Because I don't remember when DVDs came out. But it was like one of the first DVDs.
Oh, God, we're old.
Yeah. I just turned 30.
Yeah, you did. Haha.
Like...
You're old as hell now.
30.
I'm a month older than Ian, in case you think I'm being awful to him.
Yeah, granny.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
Fine.
My boss has been calling me the perfect grandmother since I was 23, so we're good.
Oh, man. But I think, you know, being 30 isn't actually that old.
No.
But as we're getting older,
kidding.
Like, it's hard for me to follow modern cinema. Not like good modern cinema. Like, good movies I'm still good with. But, like, the way the modern blockbuster has evolved into just a mile a minute, you know, like the Fast and Furious series.
Oh, sure.
Like, it just, that has no appeal to me.
But that's not new. I mean, that franchise started when we were children.
I mean, yeah. Have you watched the first one recently?
Not recently, no.
Do you know what they steal in the first one?
Is it cars?
No.
What is it?
The big heist that they pull at the beginning and they're trying to be pinned for by the cops.
Yes.
They stole a truck trailer full of Panasonic TV tube televisions with the built-in VCRs.
Oh, God.
That's how
That's how old that movie is.
Yeah. Oh, and Panasonic DVD players.
Which is...
like the full, like, giant box DVD players.
This is a hilarious episode to have an existential crisis about how long ago the 1990s were. As this was a film from the 1920s.
Right? You know, speaking of existential crisis, whenever, like, recently someone's like, oh, yeah, like 20 years ago. I was like, what, in the 80s? Like, what?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, God, that's the 2000s.
That's 2000s.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Enjoy that. Marinate in that.
No. I don't wanna.
Do it.
It's
a bad episode.
It really is. It's so bad. I'm curious, though.
About?
what movies that come out within the last decade will be remembered 100 years from now?
We'll find out. I mean, we won't find out.
I will.
Oh,
I will find out.
You're going to be 130 years old.
Uh-huh.
Good for you.
120.
Good for you.
But, like, do you think Buster Keaton... Do you think Buster Keaton had it in his mind that people would be talking about his movies?
Mind that he just wanted to make shit, which is motivational, really.
Yeah.
Just make shit.
Just
Maybe you'll be Buster Keaton.
Or not. But that doesn't matter.
Sure.
Because he didn't go out to become Buster Keaton. He just was.
He just happened to have an insane life that led him there.
Don't know if I want to admit this, but I want to see that man shirtless. Like, there's no historical records on it.
You've been admitting to that all evening.
It's the sugar talking, okay?
No, but seriously, he must have been ripped.
Like,
ripped.
Like, his six-pack had a six-pack.
Yeah.
And is, like...
That man would be a parkour god nowadays.
Seriously, though. Like... Some of the stuff he does in this movie,
he would be the king of Jackass.
Yeah.
That might be the closest modern equivalent to Buster Keaton.
Yeah, actually. Thinking about it. Because he does have an interaction with a bear.
Yes.
He punches a couple people.
He's constantly falling all over his ass. I mean, he is the king of pratfalls.
Yeah. And they're beautiful pratfalls, too.
Oh, yeah. He's a trained stuntman. Like,
yeah. Well, I wouldn't say trained because he came up with a lot of his pratfalls.
Sure. But he grew up in vaudeville.
Yeah.
Like, stage technique. Like, he knows how to do things from a technical standpoint.
Right. Yeah. Man.
So don't go around trying to get buildings to fall on y'all. We will not be held liable.
By listening to this episode, you have released all liability of your future injuries. That can hold up in court, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, more importantly, what won't hold up in court is a podcast made me do it. So...
You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
But anyways, this has been an absolute garbage episode. But we do hope...
some masterpiece films.
Seriously, though, we do hope you go out and watch some Buster Keaton. Whether it's one of his feature-length films or some of his short films that he made.
Or hell, even the episode of The Twilight Zone that he was in his elder years.
Mm-hmm. What movie was it in? Was it... Oh my gosh, I'm totally blanking.
It's a mad world.
Is it a mad world where he's playing poker?
He's in it. I don't remember what he's doing.
Yeah, that's another fantastic film full of cameos, including the Three Stooges, and I believe Buster Keaton and a handful of other
tons of people.
Just phenomenal old school actors. But yeah, we'll talk about that movie maybe another time. Mm-hmm. But as for this one,
go watch it.
I
mean, all of them. Go watch him.
Or any of them. Just find something.
Go watch a clip compilation on YouTube.
It's over 100 years old. The copyright things are off of it. You'll probably find entire films on YouTube.
I'm sure, yeah.
Go watch it. It's worth it.
Yes.
So, we should probably hype what our next film is, but...
Get hype, everybody. Get hype. Ian is so excited, he's hiding his face in his armpit. It's Sonic the Hedgehog, y'all. Bye!
No, we're not ending it that way. We are not ending it that poorly. We are already being punished enough. Our sins are being punished by being forced to watch Sonic. Which, I hope it's good. It's not, but I hope it's good. So, yeah, enjoy that. We're going to be putting some stuff on Patreon if you want to support us there. That'd be great.
We have a patron, you know.
We do have.
It's time for our first patron supporter shout out.
Holy crap!
Jenny. Thank you for supporting us on Patreon. We love you.
We love you. I've had too much cake tonight. This has been another episode of Casual Cinephilia. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Music by Kevin MacLeod. Licensed under the Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0. You can find his music at incompetech.com. I'll put it in at the end or something.
Don't do that. It won't make any sense. That was like a deep cut inside joke that no one else will care about.
If you want to get the inside jokes, be a Patreon.
You can listen to
You'll
our
get
hot
all
nonsense.
the minkles.
No, we are not sending minkles to our patrons.
For $5 a month, you too can have minkles.